So we're playing against humans. Brets are more fascinating that good, IMO. Do you mean fascinating than good? We're playing against Jay, who's won both of his games. Well done, Jay. He's got 2 catches, always block. And that's it. And we've got some petty cash. So have a babe. Great. This will be hard work.
Yeah, it does seem counterintuitive, doesn't it, Callow? The guy's in full plate armour at AV8.
Do you think they should actually be armour 9?
Yes.
Like, no, not because they are wearing full plate armour. Yeah, I get that they should be because they're wearing plate armour. But do you think from a balance perspective, would we like to see Bretonian Knights in armour 9?
Just the 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because armour's not an I win button, is it?
No.
No.
Panda Warrior says no, he wouldn't, or no, he doesn't think they should be, or well, he says no. Let's not try and translate. I think we'll receive, please, Bob.
I'm not that bothered, to be honest. Baz says I should stream on Fridays. Well, I've got to go and sit on the M1 on Fridays, Baz.
Have you?
I can't stream, mate.
Well,
I did this week.
Oh.
So yeah, we actually got out the car and we're standing around talking to other drivers. Really good.
Whites would need to be armour 9 as well. Why? Are Whites...
Because they're dead Bretonian knights in armour.
Oh, are they? Yeah, but you could say that their armour's faded because that's how they died.
Well, it's all rusty in there.
Yeah. Do you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see the peasants on this Bretonian team. Just make them all armour 8. Just make the whole team armour 8, and I think it'd be better. But this is an interesting thing, which is the way armour 7, 8 and 9 is calculated. The armour class really makes a big difference. It's a really big difference. So, do we want to buff them? I don't know.
No, the stream's still going, James. Just turn it off, turn it back on again, mate.
Why, what?
No, James is asking, has anybody else's stream just fallen over?
Oh. Do I want to use a blocker or a wrestler here? I think I'm going to use...
Well, you could type, Bob. So, but yeah, I take your point. Bob didn't know I worked in IT. I don't. Go on. Oh, I see what you mean.
What? Oh.
Try to turn it off, turn it back on.
I had that problem yesterday, actually. I just switched it on and off and it was fine.
Honest, I avoid Warcraft these days, Killjoy. I used to be fully invested, and it was a second job. So no, I occasionally get texts or messages from old guildmates saying, a few of us are playing again, you're coming back, and it's just I just don't want to risk it. I used to really, really, really like the raiding side, but then didn't it rather go somewhat diluted? I didn't like the 10-man raid business. I like originally when we used to rock up with 40, that was good. But it's a lot of grind, a lot of time.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's the fact that it's an awful lot of time. It's a time sink, but deliberately.
Well, if I had endless amounts of time to do it, it'd be tempting.
But that's the point. Not a lot of people do.
Bob, in 2005 though, I wasn't a particularly carefree nor a youth. So yeah, I see what you mean, but.
Come on, get rid of one.
Well, some of my pals still play EverQuest on those sort of immediate servers. And my God, it's dated. It's more a commentary on my working life takes up so much time, and then we do the streaming that just fit it in. It's just not going to happen. People play RS. Oh, what's RS? RS? RS?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, RuneScape. Right, okay. Never played RuneScape.
What's it? No, not Minesweeper. Minecraft. That's the one.
That's totally different, mate.
Oh, alright.
Hey, Hellboy.
Whoa, Mr. Boy. Emma's very chatty, isn't she? Is the mic picking up Emma's chattiness?
Yes.
She's been
She
very
just
chatty.
seems to be going, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a lot of what she does right now. That's her thing.
She hasn't managed to say something yet.
Not yet. She's in training.
How you doing, Dorino? How you doing? I mean, are MMOs, are folks sort of, is that sort of moved away from that now? That I mean, battle royales seem to be
The thing.
they're filling the void that MMOs used to be. I think because I mean, as soon as as Warcraft became a thing, and it was successful fairly quickly. The first couple of years, it absolutely rocketed in popularity. How many MMOs, looking at the success of Warcraft, were released that arrived with a flurry, and some of them quite well funded by major studios with some good IP behind it, and just fizzled. You know, Dark Age of Camelot did all right and had some good bits, but you know, there was the Lord of the Rings online and Conan games, and there was the Warhammer game, and a ton of others. And then you've got all the Korean ones, some of which I don't think even were available over here. There was loads and loads and loads and loads of MMOs, and a lot of them just fizzled out, didn't they? Quite quickly.
Oh shit! Wrong. Oops.
Well, I mean, Star Wars Old Republic, it had a few years, didn't it? It had a decent run, but none of them quite managed Warcraft's success. Bob reckons that young folks today less willing to spend hundreds of hours grinding and more inclined to jump to something a bit more go.
Quite probably. I've messed this up. Quite a lot.
Don't know, Bob. I think you'd have to ask. Hands up, who's a young'un? And are you looking for something more go? Well, you're watching this, so probably not. But generally. I think I used to have more enthusiasm for go type games, if we can call them that. To be honest, when I get in from work and I think, shall I go and play video games? And I just think, I can't be arsed. I'll watch telly for a bit and go to bed. You know, I don't know if that's just, is that an age thing? Is that just a me personally thing? Is that because I get in a late at night thing? I don't know.
No, well, it is those things, but it's also if you've got something that you don't go, oh, I'd really like to play such and such. You know, when you get like the bug for playing a new game because you're like, this is really good, and you play it for a lot. Mate, so think about what you play at the moment. You play Blood Bowl. Well, that's not new to you. There's no extra excitement from Blood Bowl. Total War 2, yeah, that's a while. What else
But
do you play?
even Total War 2 is intermittent. I mean, do you know what it is? I don't come in and sit at the computer because I've just been doing that all day, and I think it's partly because my leisure time is split in half because I've got a couple of hours in the morning and a couple of hours at night, and that's
Yeah.
about it. And then in 2 hours, you eat up some of that with having a sandwich or whatever.
Poo.
That could have gone worse.
Oh, well, he's got Blodge, so I relied on Blodge.
Having made the mistake, yeah. I mean, when I was really, really into gaming, this was really before online gaming was super popular. So it's in the 90s, me and my good pal Tony, who used to like games that you could play ideally co-op, or at least, two people could enjoy. And we'd buy games every few weeks and buy a new game and try all sorts of different stuff. I think just my enthusiasm for just doing that. And that's Weewar's dad, by the way.
Oh.
Oh dear, collaboration. Megatron's helping you. Yeah, exactly. That bushranger. We used to use null modem cables. Yep, absolutely did that. I remember we were playing Orcs v Humans Warcraft, and then later Starcraft. And I mean, what else do we play? It was really good. We played some medieval Total War like that. It was pretty good. Doom, Quake, Unreal. Bob says you're going to Dauntless that ogre down.
No. Maybe.
Really want to try and get onto day shifts at some stage. That would be rather nice. Ever so peckish. I've got any scrap. I need to nip out and get some. Well, we had split screens on Super Nintendo. Street Fighter, Mario Kart. We used to take we used to lug Amigas round, so portable telly next to big telly and two Amigas and the modem cable.
Oh, don't roll a 1 on a skull. Don't roll a 1 on a skull. Oh, the worst possible set of results. Oh my god. Skull 1. Fucking, oh, that's terrible.
God, Atari! I had an Atari 2600. Oh man, I so wanted one of those when I was 10, and then I got one, and it was just magical. Imagine playing Asteroids and Space Invader and Missile Command in your own home. Unbelievable. Amazing what I can do these days. And the Megatron's really getting in on the stream. Make a shush.
Can't. Oh, for God's sake. That was an absolutely, like, horrendous turn.
Well, you just had Bobbin's dice there. That really bit you in the arse, didn't it?
Well, yeah, and you're very likely to get surfed now. So what should be the case if he shouldn't have his catcher on the field, that just shouldn't be on the field, is...
I'll go through really is appreciated Megatron's input. It's an unusual insight, isn't it? Yeah, that and other shows. Tell your opponent. Plus, we've got Megatron. That'll sort him out. This is not just some guy streaming. Oh no, we've got Megatron on the case.
This is child's play to do properly.
Well, even I could do it.
I should have done what I was gonna do, which was not one dice the ogre. That was a really bad move. That was the wrong play, and I went, oh yeah, that's a good idea because I can be even greedier. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Well, at least the ball didn't land conveniently. Anyway, deep breath. Gazback has got a Troll Slayer with guard, tackle, and mighty blow. What should you take next? Piling on. Oh, sorry, Yab's already got that. Bob, feel no guilt. It was there to be wreaked. It's not just you. We all thought it. Yeah, that's no good. I'm going to have to go and get some sandwich or something. I'm really hungry. Right, hold the fort for 10 minutes. I shall be right back.
Okay, good luck.
Smile!
Ugh, I'm so annoyed with myself. And this is an echo game going wrong because of how many positionals will cost from last time.
Back a bit. And, you know, as part of our merch, can we get a Cruet set?
What?
Where it's like, so you've got a little pepper pot with my face on it. And I'll leave you with that thought. Back in a moment.
Seven skills, 3 dodge, 3 tackle, 3 guard, and then depending on what you think you're likely to be playing against, you might choose to change that around a little bit more, and put tackle on the 4th, so you get a wrestle tackler or a sure hands. But I think 6 of the 7 skills should be a thing. I don't understand why you would choose to open with that, but okay. No! Oh my god! Got to do this move next. Well, that was probably best possible scatter. Wow. What a swingy game. Oh my word. Oh my word. Do nothing. So I'm not going to throw that because if you get 1 in 9 and then he can just walk, 1 in 9, he removes himself, he walks through 2 dice and I'm in trouble again. So we'll just leave that. Yeah, I think it did turn around. I don't think it should have turned around. It was turned, and it has turned around. I think in large part because the first action of my opponent's turn was activate the ogre, and he was a little bit unlucky. He rolled a 1 in 9. That is a thing. But there was a lot of other choices that could have been made, which would have been interesting. This will be unlucky. If this fails, this is unlucky. Yeah, that is unlucky. Right move, wrong dice. Whereas I think the previous turn was maybe not what I would have chose to do. What are we on? Turn 6. I want to do that. So if I want to do that, I want to do... Don't want to do that. That's a silly move. Do want to do that. So let's bring everyone forward, because you can go there. Then you can go there, which means the guard is then protecting the ball carrier. That's nice, isn't it? You can do that. They're all 3 moves. That too is a free move. So that's 2 dice. That's the blitz. You follow it up. You push him out. You can go there to give me an assist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're good to go there. Me. That's a shame. So it would have been nice to get the surf, but didn't. But not required. He's going to get 2 dice uphill on me here. Where does this go? Where does this present go? Does he just go there? I think he just tagged that out. 1 for 1. Tag it out. Done. Oh, he dice, Bob. This wasn't stratagem. It was dice. Well, it was a little bit of stratagem. Not going to go mark the blitz. I don't need to market it, so no. If you follow up, you just get punched. So by not following up, he's got to do something. He did fail a dodge to the turn. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So in the last game I was using the guard just to be, I don't need to be in a cage, I'm just safe. I'm doing basically the same strategy this time round as well. Oof. Interesting. Turn 7. So he's got a blodge catcher that can come and bother us next turn. Yeah, I know what I want to do. I want to do that there. Stand these 2 here and here. Blitz. And then come through there. Throw the block. And then you get... that's no good. Then you become vulnerable. Both on no rerolls. He's on lots of... How many... What have we lost? No one. We're still sat on 11. The no reroll is making me nervous. The no reroll is making me very nervous. You know, I feel like I'm going to put that there because that pins that. I think I am going to do that move. So here. Disappointing. Because it's an injury roll. Follow up. Because the ogre's then pinned. Seems reasonable. Oh yeah, 2 turns is absolutely possible with a couple of catches, which is the problem. So it was always going to be the problem if the blitzer went down. That would have been very nice. You could go there, but you're offering a 3+ for 1 dice. So you're offering 3+, 5+. So you're looking at about 20% that it works. Or he's got a simple 4 up to make it 2 dice. That's shit.
We got the ball back then.
So I think you score here. Yeah, I've got it back.
Hooray!
I'm going to score.
Blackburn's here and Plovach. Pozdrav, great tell you, my friends. So how'd you get the ball back then?
He made a bold decision in one of the turns. I think literally as you walked off, he opened his turn with a ogre block, which promptly won in 9. The loner failed, and my guy got block, so turnover.
Cracking.
Then straight after that, we had a good turn. We casualtied something, picked up the ball, did all the things that you'd want to do as Bretonians, but then he had a dodge fail. And so effectively, it gives me 3 turns in a row, and it was all right.
Hooray!
So, oh, did the loner didn't fail? Oh, was it? Oh, was it worse? Oh, okay.
Oh, hi, Butcho.
So, bold equals bad. Bold equals different. Bold equals different.
Why's game paused?
He just said 2 minutes, please, and then paused it. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt and pause it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
How you down, now?
Hello. Just a sec. While it's paused, I'm going to ask Ever a question.
Roger Jack. Hi. How you doing? Any injuries? Not the Bretonians. Humans have got a lineman who's badly hurt. Just a rookie. So, not a lot. Not a lot. Well, Street, good question. I haven't really asked him that today. Last time we discussed it, he was still unconvinced that they were for him. Dunno, Street. Do exclamation mark list and let's have a look. That was largely the feeling, Pedro Jack. Yeah. Well, if it is affected, you would currently not be on the list, I suppose. I don't know if we've got any way to edit it. Go on, just do it. Let's hope and believe. Balls. Yeah, it does reset it. Andy. hear me. I'll suggest that when he inevitably buys a new player that he adds you. Sorry, dude. Good point. I would expect that Scumbag Street, would still be on the list. I think the list doesn't have any element of looking up.
I've got an idea.
Oh, Ava has an idea. Interesting. Hey, Blackburn, how you doing, big lad? You do look like that bloke from Cloud City.
Amazing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that looks amazing.
That
really.
looks amazing.
Yeah, that's very good.
What's amazing?
We're talking about the house. So, we.
Oh yeah, you've got nowhere to live, do you? You're homeless.
Yeah, I'm gonna be homeless soon. Yeah.
Are you going to look for fag ends in ashtrays on the streets and ask people if they've got any spare change?
Oh no.
Has it come to that?
Well, no, but there
That's
is a
tragic.
serious point, which was we might have to stop streaming for a few weeks.
Will you?
Maybe. Well, what we're trying to do is we've sold this house. We've got an offering on that. Well done, us. We'll then have found a house we want, so we're going to go and put an offering on that today. And then we will move it. We can't move into it straight away because it needs a load of work doing to it. So we'll have the work done to that house, and while we swap houses, there'll be that gap.
Yeah, but where will you be living?
In a rented house, probably.
Will it have electricity and water and
We hope so. But it won't have an
Internet?
internet connection set up straight away, like quick. You know what it's like when you move house, everything doesn't quite work straight away.
let's see why not?
I don't know. Right.
Oh, I think you get an internet connection set up pretty quick, don't you?
Yeah, I say a few weeks. It's more like probably 1 week, to be fair.
Oh, a few days.
Well. You're very loud this morning.
It's going to have a phone line, right?
Yeah.
So you just ring up anybody, I don't know, PlusNet, and say, now. And it happens now. It honestly, if it's more than a couple of days, I'd be surprised. Yeah, you'll be fine. Anyway, if you don't, I'll just do all the streaming.
Cool.
Yes.
I don't know, Duderino.
When is the Nottingham tournament?
Where
I
are
thought
we
you
now?
were
We're in middle of May.
Yes.
I don't know. Emma,
Megatron, shush!
she's been very loud at the moment. Little loud baby. She's so loud.
Sounds like is she trying to get on the Bretonian team? She's that bloody noisy.
Maybe that's what we should do. Megatron is one of the Bretonians.
You're a blitzer. Ah, it's 13th of July. Right, gotcha. Can I as sub-brand his league teams. Yeah, they're all elves and stuff.
Yeah, so they're awesome.
Oh, did I see that you're playing in the UK bubble again?
Yeah. Oh, you missed it. I need to,
know.
I
Tell
need,
me about it.
I need to put that one up on YouTube really quickly because that one was it was a good game for us. It wasn't if you were him, but it was a good game for us. So the premise was 2,500 chaos versus 1,200 pro elves, and he receives. Well, you should watch it. But there was 5 touchdowns in that game, and one coach had to come from 2-0 down to win.
So you went 3-2, obviously. So you're playing Black Star Crusade again, even though they're starting to get gold clocks from their colleagues and
Well, that's the
buying
thing.
small holdings in Marbella to retire.
They're not yet. I think this season
Playing golf.
This season they're going to be okay, but soon they will.
But then what?
Well, then I'll probably not bother. But you don't get 2,500 chaos teams for very long, a lot. So if I've got it, I may as well have it. It was an odd choice to do that.
So put all the elves on the sidelines, yes. And well, no. Surely Blackburn, you've got to go like toe to toe with your opponent when you're playing elves, don't you? Lock them all up so they don't go anywhere. You're going to pick Megatron up so she can be on the show for all this wow business. Is anyone tending to her, or is she just rolling around on the bed?
I'm not sure what Emma's doing, to be honest. Shall I blitz that mark, double mark that?
Oh, right, so the ones with sidestep go on the side. Well, you can turn it off. The sidestep is one to go toe to toe, yes, got it. Stop shouting!
They can't help it, the Bretonians.
Why is it loud?
Ah, got him down. Good lad.
Casualty here, probably. Oh, no.
No. Shame.
Is this something to do with the Hippocratic Oath, do you think? Dr. Nick's vowed to do no harm.
yeah. Maybe he wasn't a wise choice as the guy with Mighty Blow.
Ah, here you go. Megatron's pointing out, Andy, that you can get unlimited 4G data SIM for £20 a month. You end up without the internet. Good tip. It was a hypocritical oath, Dr. Nick. We do loads of harm, then point out that colleagues aren't doing their jobs right. That. Oh, Street says, Ghoul and his undead team has got a double 5. Tempted to give him Mighty Blow.
No.
Build it to block the frenzy afterwards.
No. Guard. Or move, but probably guard.
I like move.
I like guard.
Guard on ghouls, it requires in base contact, get punched, die.
Well, here's the thing. Do you remember my Skaven team from about 5 or 6 seasons ago? I say 5 or 6, probably more like 10.
Yes.
Where all the gutter runners then had guard. I think it was the all gutter runners. And all of a sudden, of a team that normally would have like 3 or 4, we had 6 or 7. And it was so much more powerful because it was just such a big, massive pain in the ding-dong. You don't start being all aggressive with them, but when you've got guard and blodge and movement 7, they can get into cracks and crannies that zombies just can't reach. Think of them like as a toilet duck brush, but with a U-bend handle. Ghouls aren't gutter runners. No. And maybe it was the undead. Maybe it was my undead, you know.
think you were thinking of Carlsberg there, but yeah, close.
Maybe. I don't know. It's
So where's this new house then that you're buying?
same location, close by.
It's not very nice around there.
Yeah, it is.
You know when you go to the shops, there's all them hoodies.
No, different region. Not that close by.
Oh right.
Like 3-4 miles away.
Oh right. Well, that's not the same then, is it?
No.
Further or nearer the M1?
Well, I live right on 25, so it would be much closer to 24. So different. I'd get on at a different junction.
Oh, so easier to get to my house then.
Yeah, probably.
Now that you come down all the time. I feel like I've become a Magic the Wanker widow. Tea, good morning, still, just. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Ooh.
Yeah. 4+3+ naked. Whoa! Nearly bounced into his hands. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Great tackle on the gill, yeah, absolutely. Movement for me, but all right. I
think
guards.
Wouldn't break tackle be the most useless thing? Kiwi, how are you, by the way? It's nice to have you with us in the show.
What would be the most useless?
Break tackle is completely useless because it has no benefit over dodge whatsoever. Because it's breaking tackle with strength 3 is the same as dodging with agility 3, so it would be literally the same.
Could take sneaky git. That'd be pretty hopeless
No,
as well.
sneaky git would potentially have a use. Break tackle on a strength 3 player has absolutely no help whatsoever. I can't think of
agility too.
Well, yes, but a ghoul isn't.
Fan Fox. Oh, hello, Fan Fox. Fan Fox has
Fan.
seen break tackle on rookie line.
Really?
Dauntless on a tree. Oh yeah, good point. Dauntless on a death roller, even better. Dauntless on a death roller. Okay, let's go for that.
Well, the death rollers are strength 7, so there's nothing that naturally would ever need Dauntless. Avion Noblar, yeah, that's also pointless. Just Noblars, they're also pretty pointless.
Noblars are great. It's not things. Brilliant. It's the nose warmers that are the real winner. It's like the second hat. It's brilliant. Piling on a chainsaw.
Oh, piling on a spinny top. What's the fanatic? Because it gets knocked as soon as it falls over. It gets knocked out and removed. So you get to pile on once. Auto remove.
Two ogre team. Oh, impetuous. That's character building. Character building. That is. Rizzy Hughes says, just to let you know, everybody streams.
Oh, yeah.
Catch on a fanatic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, can no hands players get catch? Is it like, you know...
Be a double, I think.
Is it like grab if you've got frenzy already? It just won't let you take it.
I think you're allowed to take it. Blackburn, of course, playing all the joke teams, probably knows the answer to that question already.
Joke teams, a bit racist.
It's not racist.
Goblins are a very serious approach to Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
R-Tag, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the show.
Twitch. Ogan won. You could have short. Yeah, sure hands would also work.
Ogan, welcome to the show. Don't think we've spoken before. Nice to see you.
This is where Ogan says, no, something we've talked about 17 times before.
No, we haven't.
There it is. Ogan will just be like, yeah, mate, we're here every week.
Well, we can ask him, Ogan, have we spoken?
Do you know what? I don't know if you get to see it, but I can actually click there and I get loads of extra information about when the person first came into the channel, what they did, what they've done.
Yes,
I don't know if you see it.
Ogan's friend.
Ogan's written 8 messages ever. So it's not the first time he's spoken.
Well, I haven't spoken with Ogan before. Yeah. So the main message to take away from this is welcome to the show.
Absolutely. It's nice you joined us, Ogan. You joined us at particularly testing time where this team just needs, is it a couple of 100 star player points?
How many messages have you written?
I don't know actually. Let's have a look. Can I click on myself?
999 plus.
Yeah. I've watched it for 195. I've watched the show more than it's been online. Wow. How's that possible?
Milestone, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the program.
My viewer time in I think it's in minutes. Maybe it's in minutes. Maybe it's in hours. I don't know. 195,508 somethings. Yeah, Fend was doing something there, wasn't it?
I can't see how long I've been. No, I can't see that.
Yeah, maybe actually replays. That's a good shout. Actually, maybe it was replays.
Anyway, that was fascinating. What's going on with the ball?
He's parked it in the middle of the field.
You're getting fairly decent matchups this morning, I must say. This isn't terrible for you, is it? Fairly youngish human team.
No, you're right. It's not. You'd take it, wouldn't you?
The young Skaven weren't terrible, though made a bit of a meal of it, didn't you?
They made a bit of a mess of my team, yeah.
Gardener Mighty Blow Blitzer, where T? T, what are you looking at, mate? Who's got a Guard Mighty Blow Blitzer? Andy. Oh, I see what you mean. He's got a Guard Blitzer and a Mighty Blow Blitzer. Right, yes, with you. Does Frenzy work on a Fanatic?
It's not relevant because
it doesn't move like that, so I'll go with no, I think. Look, as I proved, normal right-thinking people find moving Fanatics challenging anyway. So, who the fuck knows? Don't think so. Don't think so.
Right, let's have you across the square. You across the square.
Shadowing would, yeah. It's still not as good as great tackle on a strength 3, agility 3 player, though, for being absolutely no use at all.
No, someone's phone is going crazy. Maybe I'll throw my phone over there.
It's not me.
I've thrown it on. Does this happen a lot to other people? You throw your phone like on a chair or a bed or something, and it just goes boing and then falls on the floor. It happens all the time.
Actually, look at it when you get messages.
It's really annoying.
That explains a lot.
Or you throw stuff in the bin and it bounces around in the bin lid and then pops back out again. No, it's definitely not me. My phone's miles away from me.
You ever played
Microphone.
basketball, Andy?
No, it was bad enough playing football. You know that massive 12-foot goal, and it used to bounce around it and boing out again.
Just what you're describing, I'm more likely to happen in basketball.
Bob says, "Don't throw your phone." Yeah, it's a good point. Probably a good idea.
We certainly never answer it. It's amazing that the amount of time you spend staring at your phone, how you miss all the messages I send you.
I don't spend very often looking at it. Some days I literally don't look at it. Phones are just not really a thing that I'm bothered about.
Well, you always knock yourself out to get new Samsung phones all the time. So why are you wasting the money? Just get one like my mum's.
I don't.
What have you got?
S8, I think. We're currently on a 10, I believe. I only
So
know
you've
that
got a relatively new flagship.
yeah, but I've gone from a 3 to a 5 to an 8. So it's not like that's not that impressive.
You're paying your £30 a month, though, aren't you?
30 probably. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
360 quid a year plus for something that you don't have any interest in. That's slapdash. Slapdash, that is.
I don't disagree with that. No, it's S8 Fun Fox. I'm next season. I'm probably gonna get just keep hold of that. Throw out the you just get one of those SIM only contracts because they're so much better value for money, aren't they?
Well, my SIM only contract with Sky is £5 a month, and it's 21 for the phone. So 26 quid a month, bargain. My phone's better than yours, isn't it?
What you got?
I've got an Xperia XZ Premium Plus.
Didn't they
Massive.
get? Oh, isn't that the Chinese company that got banned in the UK for?
What, Sony? Yes, that well-known Chinese company.
Oh, Sony Xperia. What's the company that got banned recently for doing all sorts of naughty stuff?
Huawei.
Oh, so not what I was thinking about at all.
Huawei.
Fair enough.
It's America that they're struggling, not UK. You can buy Huawei phones here.
Oh, can you?
Yes, I've got a Sony phone. It's great. Look, Killjoy, obviously, you've got a Samsung phone because of where they're made. Obviously. Now you're going to say, no, I've got LG. Sony phone's banging. It's quick. It's reliable. It's built like a tank. And it's 21 quid a month, not 50 quid a month for like one of those iffy iPhones. Yeah, it's in America that Huawei is having its troubles. In the UK, they're fine.
Oh, fair enough.
I think this is just Donald Trump sort of going, "Oh, Chinese, oh, let's go and inconvenience them."
Oh my word, that was loud. Philly P.
Happy anniversary, Andy and Zach.
Well, thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much.
12 months.
You know what? You do 2 jobs if you stand there.
There you go. You can be my Switch friend if you want. Well, Huawei are doing absolutely smashing on phones, aren't they? They've come from nowhere. Well, I say nowhere. Huge in China originally, but they weren't widely known a couple of years ago. And now they're all over the place, aren't they? I don't know. I'm not that interested in telephones.
You're not?
Well, I had my last one 5 years. So it's just when it starts getting a bit clunky that's right time for buy a new phone. And as soon as it's 2 years in, it drops down to SIM only and much cheapness. Family show, Dr. Nick. Good grief, family show. Bob's 0 for 5 on vanity passes as Dark Elves, and it's entirely your fault, Andy. It is entirely his fault. Look, all this shouting. Bretonians are so tiring, aren't they?
Yeah.
Uvasak, thank you very much for the raid. Uvasak viewers, welcome to the programme. What's Dr. Nick done?
Let's have you stood up. There we go. Jusak, welcome. Thank you very much.
Why were you all saying Nick? What's happened there then?
I don't know. Because so we threw 3 blocks that turn. We got push, 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 and push, push, I think.
Oh.
So we were largely impotent.
Ineffective, I think.
Hello,
Uvasak. How you doing, mate?
Yeah. Well, can you not have him? Could it be described as impotent? You know, just like really lacking any bang for your buck. It just didn't work. No. What I do like about this position from the Bretonian point of view is that I'm hoping to see if we can generate up a score or a fuck up over the next couple of turns. I don't like how the Mighty Blow guy is marked by the blodge. That's not good. Oh well.
Talking about impotent. Have you heard the one about the snail? Got his Lamborghini, massive S painted on the bonnet, huge S painted on the doors, big S logo on the rear wing. So when people see him driving down the street, they'd say, "Look at that S car go." And his mate said, why have you got such a flash car? And the snail says, well, I went to the doctors this week and he said that I'm impotent. I thought, well, if I'm going to be impotent, I'm going to look impotent. Didn't claim to be original, Butcho. I said, have you heard the one about? Not, I've just thought of a brilliant joke. And it had the follow-up impotent joke tacked on. See what it did there?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think that I've no idea what just happened then.
You think that you've no idea what happened then?
No. None.
I'll tell Ian Wright and Alan Shearer are bricking it in case you get their gig on Match of the Day, aren't they?
I don't think so.
So Gary Lineker turns to you and says, Andy, what did you make of it? I've no idea what just happened then. Mind you, Chris Kamara did quite well.
Chris Kamara was quite amusing though, wasn't he?
He's not dead, he still is.
No, but he was quite amusing. Right,
well,
so...
He shares your stick of sort of not really knowing what's going on, that's true. In a lovely way.
Oh! Finished that one off quite nicely.
Chris Kamara is indeed bricking it, Fanfox. Yeah, good point.
He is?
Do you know, I've got a theory. You know when you're really peckish and you go and get something so you're not peckish? If you just buy melon, it doesn't really do the job. I'm still not particularly unpeckish.
Yeah. Good point. Well made.
I think you've probably got to eat quite a lot of melon before you go, wow, I'm full now. Well, that'll be me until tea time. If Mike Lowen can commentate, anyone can. He shouldn't be. Bloody
What?
Michael, bloody Owen.
Well, he was banned from commentating for a while, wasn't he?
What, for being a money-grabbing little can't-be-arsed Jobsworth? Meal ticket Michael. Michael, you know. That was Jamie Carragher that got banned. Well, that was for gobbing on people, wasn't it? Talking about footballists, Killjoy, Michael Owen, who Newcastle United foolishly purchased 15 years ago, and Jamie Carragher got banned last year before for gobbing on somebody, and they filmed it. It's a bit awkward. Is he back on telly now? Is he still gone, Jamie Carragher? Tirana says, what's the record of the Brets? 4-1-1. I think it was an Everton fan he gobbed on, wasn't it? Was it a Chelsea fan? I can't remember. Somebody in a blue shirt, anyway. Ramaset, good morning. How are you? Oh, Ramaset, were you in the live-action remake of Aladdin? Because it turns out that Dinish's brother was. So I wonder if you've met him. Yeah, it is amazing that if you're an internationally famous, wealth beyond the dreams of avarice footballer, can you not have the self-control to just resist the temptation to gob on people and fuck up your punditry career? Ramaset was in it. Oh, excellent. That was a fantastic performance. Did you get to meet Andy Serkis again? You're probably old mates with him now, are you? Because you're both in every film ever that I watch.
That's and Tom Cruise as well. He's in quite a lot of films. Tom Cruise.
Did watch.
He was in one of the Star Wars films actually as a little cameo.
I was watching. What is a Jawa? I was watching Mission Impossible Fallout yesterday, just for something to do.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Mm.
Is that the latest Mission Impossible?
Not the new one. It's been about 2 years.
Okay. Preacher 5000, welcome to the show.
And thank you for the follow.
Bob, why? Why, Bob? What did we talk about?
Is he a bit needy, Circus?
Yeah.
Is it a bit clingy?
Yeah.
It's one of those that you go for a pint and then it's every day. Do you want to go for a pint? Do you want to go for a pint? It's like, Andy, no, leave it. Other things to do, mate. You don't want to offend him.
Yeah.
Sure, you don't want to seem rude, but it gets a bit much, doesn't it? It's a bit
does,
intense.
Yeah. Too many times.
Mm.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Right. Let's
I
kill
tell
him.
you who's done well. Simon Pegg. I was watching Spaced, which was one of Simon Pegg's early breakthrough shows. Hasn't he done well that he's now in Mission Impossible and Star Trek and he's in all the films,
Star
hasn't he?
Wars.
He's done well. Yeah, he was in Star Wars as well. He's in everything. I bet Nick Frost sings a pig. It's like, did you get me? Did you get me a part, Si? It's like, no, mate. Oh, Dr. Nick, Big Train was excellent. I don't know why that's not on TV more. Do you remember the bit in Big Train where they've got, was it Chairman Mao? And they're doing that sketch that started off, here's Chairman Mao being a bit, chairmanish. And then he just randomly breaks into doing a cover of Virginia Plain. I mean, what the hell was that all about?
What?
Big Train. I suppose it's a bit left field, I suppose, but
Anyone watch Star Trek Discovery? Star Trek Discovery is a bit like the new Star Wars films. They've taken what is the IP, which was a really good IP, and then put some things that are completely unrelated to the IP in that universe, which is a real shame. So, do I like it? Well, it's its own standalone show. It's all right. Is it a
You
good
liked Star Trek, though, didn't you?
Is Star Trek the new one any good? No, not as a Star Trek film. Yeah. So no.
Well, we talked about this last month, didn't we? That we decided that the Orville was better Star Trek than Star Trek. Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for Picard? No, I haven't. I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, see that.
Didn't realise they'd got round to the trail for it.
Killjoy's feeling out the loop. I'm not surprised, mate, because these are comedy shows from the UK from 15 years ago, maybe more. I mean, they're not massively well known in the UK. There'll be plenty of people go, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Namto says hello to you.
Hello, Namto. How you doing? Do you happen to remember when we scheduled UKL on Tuesday? Well, when does it roll over, by the way? Because it hasn't rolled yet, so I'm a bit confused with the. It was going to be 7 o'clock UK time, but I don't know when UKBL itself rolls. So that's a bit of a problem.
UK Bubble rolls over on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's normally Wednesdays.
Tuesday night, you're fine. Wednesday, no bueno.
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, what turn are we on? 13. So we've only got 3 more turns after this one.
3 more turns after this one, yes. Oh, I know what I meant to talk about. I've been updating me what 4K Blu-rays are worth buying, because these are still reasonably pricey. I haven't gone berserk. Do we want to talk about what Blu-rays to buy, or we're not that interested in Film Corner?
We could.
Okay. So 4K Blu-rays to buy. Now this is a combination of 2 things. Is it a film that I'd quite happily watch or watch again, because a lot of these I've seen? Oh, that yes was to Gillian Anderson, not. No, I'm not talking about this. It's not Hi-Fi Corner, Blackburn. This is films.
Film Corner.
Film Corner. This is movie alcove. I'll plough on. So Deadpool, obviously, because I really like Deadpool. Deadpool's great. And so the 2 things are they quite enjoyable films that I would realistically watch? There's no point having it just to never watch it. And the other factor, is it a good? Is the 4K version worth it over the Blu-ray transfer? Is it, that? Me, Rex, for example. Rex, don't get me wrong. I've got all the streaming services as well. Phil Nook, thank you, Blackburn. That's the next. Blackburn, please remind me that this shall be called Phil Nook when we do it again next month. So, Deadpool, obviously. All 3 of the Christopher Nolan Batman films, because they're just amazing. Pacific Rim Job, just the first one.
Whoa!
Well, the second one's pants. Passengers, Revenant, Blade Runner Final Cut, Blade Runner 2049, Hacksaw Ridge, John Wick, Predator Collection, Interstellar, Dunkirk, Fifth Element, Logan, Independence Day, maybe. American Psycho, because that's one of my favourite films. Arrival. An Alien 40th Anniversary. The original one. is what I've got so far. You can't stream 4K in the USA. Why not?
The Dark Knight. Oh, Ron said that was a really good film.
Well, that's on the list. That's on the list.
Oh, did it get the list? It made the list. Good. Because I was the Dark Knight. I remember. I think you and I went to a somewhere to watch something, and the Dark Knight was you watched the opening, like the bank scene, and I was like, wow, what's this? As a film, I was very impressed with it because I hadn't seen it up until that point. It's very good. I wish I'd seen it in the cinema.
That was the second of the three. The one with Heath Ledger as Joker in it.
He knew what he was doing there, didn't he?
Oh, very good.
Is he dead now?
Heath Ledger, yes, died.
It's a shame.
Yes, suicide, I think.
Oh.
Lord of the Rings would be on their Asian guide. There is no 4K version of Lord of the Rings yet.
How is that?
Just Blu-ray, which have.
Who knew?
I saw the trailers for that Killjoy. I haven't watched it yet. I'm thinking that was vaguely interesting. So you recommend? I'll give it a go. It was the bank robbery and the car chase with the vans and the rocket launcher and all that we watched, Drama Set. Because what we were doing, when Andy says we went somewhere, what he meant was we went to the big hi-fi shop to listen to home cinema stuff. This is not Hi-Fi Corner, but for those of you interested, it was using the Yamaha Pre-Pro 5000 series, big $4,000 worth of amps, with Kefar series speakers and a Wassive SVS sub. They're nice.
Yep.
A lot of love for the Chernobyl series. All right, we'll give that a go. Handmaiden's Tale is supposed to be good. One of my mates are telling me. I'll tell you what else I've noticed is that of the streaming services, the Sky 4K stuff doesn't seem quite as good as the Netflix 4K stuff. So I think Sky may be compressing a bit more than Netflix, which is surprising. I assumed it would be the other way around, as Sky is way more expensive. Amazon Prime's quite good as well, though. It's limited in what you can watch on Amazon Prime. Doesn't seem to be quite as much as the volume. Ramaset says, Andy, we need to backtrack. I want to make sure that when you were thinking of Star Trek Discovery, you were thinking of the new TV series, and not any of the J.J. Abrams films. See, I quite like the J.J. Abrams films, just for the crash bang wallop spectacle of them. And I thought the characters were the actors they chose conveyed the characters quite well. Were the plots great?
No. Nothing about it was good.
Quite enjoyed watching it. Yeah, I know that they're bad Star Trek. I don't hate them though. It's not like the Transformers films where I'm there shifting uneasily in my chair, going, I really don't like this at all. You know, I don't think they're down there with Michael Bay levels of nonsense. In fact, the Into Darkness, or was it the first one? There's a bit in the Star Trek film where I think a planet is getting destroyed, and there's a huge bit in there we actually demoed when we were over at the big hi-fi shop. It gives Subwood for a huge workout where this planet, there's an increasing, really low-pitched hum that gets louder and louder and louder, and then just goes thump. That's very impressive. it's not the lens flares that I think with J.J. Abrams that annoys me. It's the Michael Bay quick cut, so that you can't really see what's going on. That you get like 1 second, and then the next second it's a different camera view and all that. I didn't watch the Bumblebee movie. Just on the back of the Transformers movies, and they started off all right, and by the time he got to Mark Wahlberg, it was just, oh, what is this? This seems to be going quite well, doesn't it?
Sort of.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it a go straight. Cracking.
Needed to ride probability a little bit on that one. Where is she?
Let's not get bogged down in statistical probabilities. This is Blood Bowl after all. He'll be all right, though, won't he? Probably. Lot to think about for your opponent. So, Ramaset says, he can't hear us, but if you like Star Trek, watch the TV series Star Trek Discovery. I haven't watched that, I'll be honest. When I was a kid, though, Star Trek was really amazing because it was there was not much else on TV that was quite as Carlos Fandango. Wow, this is good. Can we coach Andy? Sure. Blodge doing a thing. Oh, that's not Blodge, is it? It's Catch. Doe. Blake 7. When I was a kid, Blake 7 seemed fine. But when you see Blake 7 on YouTube, oh my God, how did we not notice, Duderino? How did we not notice? It was like Crossroads in space. Blake 7. Who's Michael Burnham? Is he one of the Star Trek Discovery blokes? I haven't watched that yet. Spock's stepsister. But Michael sounds like a bloke to Storter. Though it is 2019. I've been on e-learnings. Michael's not a girl's name, though, is it? Or is it now? Yeah, I like Orville 10 Beers. I wouldn't say it's unmissable, but yeah, very, very enjoyable. So she is called Michael. We had Michaela. That was a not commonly used but female version of Michael, isn't it? Is it going to be alright here? No. Maybe.
Don't know.
They travel using space fungus. Oh yeah, but the female name Robin is with a Y, isn't it? Oh, a girl at work called Robin used to be in my team. That's with a Y though. Baz, you've got to accept Ramaset's verdict because, mate, he was in it. So, to be fair, Baz, he knows what he's talking about. Is it potato time?
Yes.
Yes. There isn't really a lot of alternative, is there?
No.
No, Baz. Obviously, the space fungus was played by motion capture expert. I mean, some say it was one of Circus' finest performances, being the space fungus. Well, the Blitz.
So what I wanted to blitz,
Blitz can capture, but it would be Lodge versus no tackle.
yeah, no, I didn't want to blitz there. I wanted to blitz using a lineman who could just come and be annoying.
Hey, Deadlights. In the new Star Trek, Deadlights wasn't crazy that the main character was just best at everything. But yeah, but then so was James T. Kirk, to be fair, Deadlights. It was really only sort of... No, he was great at everything, wasn't he? Oh, yeah. James T. The Spore Driver's a bit out there. Well, it's space mushrooms. Why not? That makes perfect sense. $40K orcs are space mushrooms. I suppose they are, aren't they? Well, orcs, yeah, where do orcs come from? Spawned, yeah, fair play. Paid pad. Surströmming Snustak. How are you? Oh.
Well, it was.
Blimey.
It was
Overlord.
better. It was
that
better
a success.
Better than dodging.
Yeah, I suppose. Anthras confirms that he's just checked and the Discovery lawsuit is still going. What's the lawsuit all about? I haven't heard about that. Deadlight says Kirk wasn't good at science and logic.
No. Bizarre how they, in real life...
logic, alright, yeah, but was he good at science?
They didn't get on, did they?
Suppose. Alright, I suppose. But he was largely pretty good at most things. Hi, Ramaset. Alright, what am I looking at? Boys' names, girls' names.
Well, it's going to be a tricky one. Yeah, you can drop a link, Alan.
Oh, right. What, the space mushrooms are the subject of the... Ah, right. Stealing plot lines and characters. Could that not be coincidence? Oh, I see what you mean, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alan, good point. Yep, that looks fairly actionable, doesn't it? Ooh, now.
3 up, 2 up.
Tricky to get out of, isn't it? How do we do this, then?
That's the correct move. And if you don't use dodge on the first dodge, you do that because it's better. There is nothing else to be done. I can't get through. I can't affect it with a blitz. I can't. There's no point trying to hand it off.
Can't easily pop him out.
No. Right. Well, we didn't use. So it's a 3 up with a reroll, or it's a 2 up without a reroll. So it's actually
3
not
up with a reroll then.
Will it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dodge.
There's not a great deal of in it. What's it? 2 up without a reroll. 82%, isn't it? Because it's 18%. Yeah, so it's 82% or 89% that we score here. Well, you take the 89, don't you? Go on then. Huh. Well, I would have scored if I'd gone for the go for it. But I did score by going the other way.
Yay! And everything's fine.
There we are. Brets. 5-1-1. Why does he look like he's just woken up in the morning? Look at him. Big stretch. Big stretch.